What's up, you guys? I am back with another video today, and today we are making some jerk chicken spring rolls. So I love jerk seasoning. I grew up eating it all the time, and now I like to incorporate it into as many dishes as I can. And for today, it's spring rolls. So I decided to add in some cucumber, carrots, noodles, lettuce, just kept it really nice and simple. And you can definitely change out or add ingredients that you prefer. Mint or basil will be really good in here, as well as like avocado. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you try it, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this video for more recipes, and let's get into it. To start, we're gonna make a mango jalapeno salsa. So we're gonna cut up half of a small yellow onion, remove the skin, and then just dice it up into about 1/4 inch pieces. Next, peel and grate 1/2 inch of ginger. Then, depending on how spicy you want, you can remove the seeds or keep them in there, and then we're going to slice up about 1/2 of a small jalapeno. Then over medium heat, we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil and then start sauteing up the onions, followed by the ginger and then pepper. Once that sautés for about 2 to 3 minutes, we're then going to add the ginger in, as well as some minced garlic. Lastly, we'll add in the jalapeno and then cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes and then take it off the heat. Next, to a food processor or blender, we're going to put in about 1.5 cups of mango. If you're using frozen, just make sure to thaw it out ahead of time, and then it's all good to use. Then we're going to add in the onion mix, some lime juice as well as lime zest, and then a little bit of honey, and then blend it up. Once that's blended, go ahead and try it. You can adjust it by adding more lime juice or honey if you like, and then once it's ready, we're gonna put that in a bowl, put it in the fridge while we get ready to make the next sauce. Next, we're going to make the peanut sauce, because what's spring rolls without peanut sauce? So we're gonna add about 1/4 cup of peanut butter to a bowl. Then we're gonna add in a couple tablespoons of soy sauce. Then, just to increase the jerk flavor throughout, we're gonna add about 1 teaspoon of the jerk marinade. If you don't like things too spicy, you can definitely add in only 1/2 teaspoon, but if not, we'll just do a full teaspoon. Then we're gonna add in 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, as well as some lime juice. Mix that up until it's all evenly combined, and then it's gonna be a little bit on the thicker side, so to thin it out, we're gonna add some water to it. You just want to gradually add about 1 tablespoon of warm water at a time until it starts to thin out a bit and becomes a nice creamy consistency. Once it gets to a nice consistency like this, we're then going to set it aside and start working on the chicken. For the chicken, we're going to start off by cutting 2 chicken breasts into smaller pieces and then set that into a bowl. To marinate it, we're going to start off by using about 2 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce, some onion powder, garlic powder, and then jerk seasoning. For the jerk seasoning, this is the brand that I use, so it's not the usual brand I get, but it is really good. So we're going to take some of that, put it in a bowl with the chicken, mix it up, and let it marinate for at least 30 minutes before we start to cook it. After that's had some time to marinate for a while, we're then going to put it on a pan over about medium heat, cook it so it's browned on all sides, and then we're going to take it out and set it on a plate to rest for about 5 minutes and then start shredding it. Then after I'm done pulling apart the chicken, I like to add it back into the pan just so it can start to pick up some of the flavor that was left behind in there, and just to make sure that everything's all cooked through. After about 3 to 4 minutes, I'll take it off the heat and then set it aside to cool off, and then start working on the other ingredients for the inside of the roll. For the carrot, we're going to start by peeling off the outside layer, and then we're going to julienne the carrot, which means basically cutting it into about the thickness of a matchstick. So we're just going to cut it down into slices and then cut those down even more. Once you're done with that, set it aside on a plate, and then we're going to do the same thing with the cucumber. This cucumber didn't have that many seeds in it, but if yours does, you can remove the seeds first and then do the same thing, just cut them into really thin slices. Next, we're gonna cook the rice noodles. So these are what rice noodles look like. I just got these thin ones. Basically, just follow the directions, but you're just going to set them in a bowl and then pour some boiling water over them. Let them sit for, I think it was like 10 minutes for this one, or maybe less. Stir it up until they start to get really soft. Drain them, run it under some cold water, and then it's all done. You can stir the noodles occasionally just to make sure it all stays submerged underwater, and then it will start to look like this, which it will like double or triple in size. From here, you'll just drain it, run it under cold water, set it aside, and then we're ready to start filling these spring rolls. I also washed and had some lettuce ready, and then you'll just want to have all your ingredients all lined up like this so it can make it for a really easy assembly. And then these are the spring roll wrappers that we'll be using. So for the spring roll wrappers, I just found that this was the best technique, which was having a nice warm bowl of water, and then you dip the edges in first just to kind of soften it up, and then you'll be able to put the middle in. So these are kind of firmer in texture to start, and then once it starts to feel a lot softer and tender, that's when it'll be ready to take out of the water. So you'll definitely feel the texture change after maybe like 1 or 2 minutes of it being in the water. And then after that, you'll just take it out and put it on a board and you're ready to start rolling them. So then we're gonna lay the wrapper out on a board. You wanna be careful, you wanna lay it as flat as possible, but try not to rip it or poke a hole in it. And then we're gonna start layering the ingredients. So take a couple pieces of cucumber, the carrots, the chicken, the noodles, as well as the lettuce. And with the lettuce, you wanna remove the like firmer rib of it, because that will kind of poke a hole in the wrapper if it's still in there. So we're gonna take just the soft part of the lettuce, lay that on top, and then start rolling. Then to roll it, you're gonna fold the sides over and then bring the bottom part up and start rolling it. So as you roll it, you're kind of squeezing it just softly and tucking in the ingredients as you work your way up. And it's just as easy as that. Go ahead and set it aside and work on the next one. So the order that you fill these with does not matter. You can definitely switch it up so they all come out kind of looking differently. As long as you don't overfill it. You don't want to overfill it because one, it will be harder to roll, as well as it might rip the wrapper as you're rolling it. So as long as you just kind of stick to that, you really can't do this wrong. So you can see this one ripped a little bit, but as you get the hang of it, it gets easier. And honestly, as long as all the ingredients taste good on the inside, it's all gonna taste the same. So definitely give it a try. It's super good. Don't forget to use the dipping sauce as well. And let me know if you try them.